myself. I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Joe Beretta.
All right.
You're rubbing Lee Newton.
I'm Elliot Morgan.
In a total friendship way.
In a total friendship way. I thought it was Joe. That's why I was tripped out by you.
It was a lot of fun. It's great back there.
Oh, it's warm.
It's a good
cozy.
back. It's
Only
a
a
good
little
back.
bit fuzzy. All right, so hey guys, we're talking today about Inspiration Mars is planning a trip to Mars, oddly enough. And they're actually already receiving applicants to go on this 501-day trip to Mars. They want one male, one female, possibly married, who knows. But as normal way would go in America, there's plenty of applicants already pouring in.
Yeah, I'll go to space, yeah.
What, Mars? Think of the legacy.
So this is different than like the reality show one. This is science. They're saying it's for science reasons.
They're saying it's for science, but it's just a roll-by thing, and they're not actually even going to Mars.
They're gonna
just
slingshot around it and come back.
Awesome.
It's like going to Disney World, but just driving down like International Drive in Orlando. Like, oh, there it is.
Going around it and then
guys.
coming back.
Wave hi. There it is.
But it's like going to that Disney World that was built in the middle of the ocean. We heard it was really cool, and nobody
No one's
knew
ever
about
been
it.
there,
And then
yeah.
somebody finally was like, "Hey, maybe we've got the technology to
You're
build
right.
a ocean road.
Right.
We're gonna drive, and then we do, and nobody gets to actually touch it. They just get to see it and come back, and
Yay.
then deal with all of the arguments and drama in between."
So we asked you guys your opinion about it, but let's first hear the two sides of the coin.
Two sides of the coin.
Flip. Okay, boom. The positives to going to Mars.
Okay, well, it's for science. We're going to learn so much about what it takes to get there and come back alive.
Yes.
We're going to see the effects of cosmic radiation on human beings over an extended period of time, and also exploration, imagination. Making us strive for bigger things.
Legacy.
Legacy.
And
Also, you're the first
we want to be
person.
the best humans.
Yeah.
We don't like those other humans over on the other side of the
I want to be
galaxy.
known as the man who went to space.
My grandparents were the first people to ever slingshot around Mars.
Yep.
They were also the only people
I
to ever
have
slingshot
4
around
arms due to cosmic radiation.
100%.
They're dead now.
Flip side, negatives to...
Negatives. We get to see the effects of radiation on humans. They might die. The idea that maybe we won't actually learn that much.
Yeah, it's like why?
Yeah.
We will either learn how much it takes to for a couple to survive traveling to Mars, or how much it takes for them to die. And finding two. Oh, and then being trapped for the people that we're actually talking about, the passengers, being trapped in the same space for 501 days. Is that how much?
501.
How much time?
Propulsion system fails. They don't slingshot. They just keep going.
Yeah.
There's
out
Mars.
here.
It's okay. You can look later. You sleep. You're gonna have plenty of time. We're gonna be slingshotting around.
Oh, before we jump in real quick,
There you go.
the interesting parts of it is it's not ideal. There's no,
No,
it's small.
it's
You're drinking your own urine.
The size of an
it's
RV.
filtered.
You're drinking your own filtered urine. Also, if you die, don't worry, because your body's going to be freeze-dried and popped in a bag. Nothing's creepier than going that alone with like a freeze-dried body bag.
It's
Like,
7
there's the whole
cubic
thing.
meters total, is what I read. And if I knew how much that was,
It's the
I
size
could
of a small
visualize
RV.
it.
It's the worst.
Filtered air, that's my least favorite
These two
part.
people just
They're
really
gonna
want to go. Yeah. So
They're gonna die.
Those are the two sides.
Yeah, so now we're gonna dive in.
They're gonna die.
They're gonna die. Fact. Now we're gonna dive into your guys' comments from Facebook and Twitter, and we're gonna put 5 minutes on the clock.
3,
That's French
2,
clock.
1, go.
Go! Okay, Zeth Wright, which is a lot like Seth, but not. Zeth said, just remember, chances are it's a one-way trip.
I mean,
We really have emphasized that
Yeah.
a lot, but it really
Yeah.
is a chance. I mean, again, we've never done this before, therefore we don't know.
No,
And
it's a one-way trip.
it's a one-way trip.
I have
computer
no-
simulations have got to be like, there's like 3% chance of coming back, you guys. The shut up computer. Shut up computer
It's fine.
simulation.
Well,
I just
even
keep
NASA.
thinking it's like one of those okay to go situations where it's like, you guys were gone for 501 days, and they're like, we just left. Like,
Yeah. I think NASA too is like, this is too dangerous to do, and NASA.
That's
would
why
never
NASA's
actually
not
approve of
doing it,
They're
yeah.
like, we care about the people that we send into space, and even then, they still die sometimes.
I could be wrong, but I think this has got to be privately funded organization.
Yes, it
right?
is. It's 100% privately
It'd be
funded.
really hard for NASA or the government or anybody that's taking tax dollars and going, look, we're going to not pave that road
You're gonna
outside
have
your
to,
house,
like-
and we're going to send these two on a slingshot trip to Mars.
To Mars.
Come again?
Oh, no, it's okay.
Slingshot trip.
Wait,
There's some like
slingshot
crackpot
trip to
senator
Mars.
who's like, well, yes, absolutely, slingshot Mars.
Also, no gay marriage.
Allocation of money.
do love that.
Andrew Grimwood says the mentality it would take to endure such a task is really high. There's no way I can endure that long trip without seeing anyone I know or talk to anyone I know for over a year and a half. It takes tough people mentally to do this, and whomever does embark on this trip is brave. Godspeed. Yeah, brave, crazy.
Brave, also crazy. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Also,
Also curious out there. I mean, I'm curious, 100%.
But are you curious enough to go on like a 1.5 year long journey? Also, to not have 100% positivity that you're gonna even make it out alive. To go, look, Mars.
I can honestly say.
Mars.
I can honestly say, no, right now in my life,
great.
because I have a family and I have people that I want to
Depend
stay
on you,
connected
yeah,
to
of
and
course.
dependent to, and I've got responsibilities in that sense. If I didn't, I would be way more inclined to say yes.
Well, that brings us here's. I think there's a difference between like this particular mission and like the reality show. Like the other thing like was the reality. It wasn't like they were gonna
do like a reality show, and
I think this is basically just the sitcom version of the same thing. You have your married couple alone in a confined space, and the situation is that they're flying
What are
to
they
Mars.
gonna get into next?
Die?
Did you drink my urine? I didn't drink your urine. Did you
Tune
drink
in
my
next
urine?
week to see if John and Mary die.
But yeah, I'm like I think a lot of it is like who has a spouse where they're like, or anybody in the world
That
where
you
you're
want to
like-
be with that
Yeah,
long.
and then that's what they're saying too. Like they're gonna have like an inflatable section of this thing so that people can get away from each other because they're like it's vital that they get away from each other
Yeah, it
just
is.
as much as
Let's
it is
also
that they're
talk-
not
They're
alone all
gonna
the time.
kill each other.
Let's talk the timeline. 501 days. What has there ever been that you wanted to do for 501 days?
Nothing.
And only that.
Yeah.
And only that.
And only that. And again, like, what are you gonna? I mean, there's so much TV to catch up on.
I've never done anything
can't-
for a week and been like,
No,
yeah,
I've
I
been
wanna
like,
do
I'm
this
doing
more.
this. I'm committing to this. I really haven't either. I don't think there's been anything in my life that I've 100% except, no, you know what? Dance routines.
Yeah, oh, you are. I know. That's,
But
routines.
I think the
2
type of
weeks,
people that go on this
taps.
are the intellectuals that are super curious and they kind of feel like, you know, maybe it's an even kind of an
Or-
egotistical thing where it's like
egotistical as well.
Egotistical.
They have really big balls. I want to learn so much more, and I've learned all I can learn on Earth. I'm going to do this for humankind, and I think there are some right-minded
I would
people
hope
that
so,
want
but
to-
I would also hope that there's like a psychology exam because here's the thing. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be 2 whack jobs, and then that's going to be what like it's going to be like. Oh, these are what people like from Earth are.
If they're not whack jobs going in, there will be whack
they
jobs
will be whack
when
jobs
they're
coming
done.
out.
Oh, you have a
The
comment?
psych-
Jeanne Cruz, Janine Cruz says, I can barely survive an hour-long car drive without getting claustrophobic. I'd probably kill my co-passenger if I had to endure a 501-day trip.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. The 2 years or more, no, it's not even quite
It's
2
like a
years.
year and
It's
a
a
half.
year and a half. In one room with one human being.
I've been in a room with you guys
Yeah.
for a year and a half, and I still love you tremendously.
I've learned to hate all of you in small doses.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I find a reason to like hate anybody and everybody.
Spirit of full disclosure, like because we have spent so much time together, there is times when we all want to kill each other and we all love each other, and that's a little behind the scenes snippet on SourceFed. Imagine if we were in space.
Yeah.
We actually would kill each other.
We would kill each other.
It's the same with
If Joe Beretta farted every day for 501 days in that tiny little space.
and they mix with all the ones that Lee was letting out just as constantly.
Oh my God.
On the same note, Heather Vichani Eldridge says 501 days with the same person 24/7. No thanks. 2 go, 1 returns.
Oh God.
returns.
Could you imagine that?
Who
They'd be like,
did it?
The first
I'd be like,
pops out, and it's like
dun,
all
dun.
healthy, and you're like, oh, everything went well.
Lee Newton and Elliot Morgan, we've got to travel to forhumanpeoples.com where you can get a Benjamin Franklin time traveler poster for only $14.99, $29.99 for a signature. Benjamin Franklin traveling through time. Where will he go today? I just got back from NAM.
Did you just do your own theme song wrong?
And like the wrong voice and everything.
No, I've traveled through time to join you all on Morning Mouth Off.
I think we're making a lot of people angry with this. How can we?
Fold it properly.
How do I make this okay for everybody?
Don't anger the veterans.
You drape half of it over your armpit like that. Yep.
Okay. Nope. It's up.
Oh God!
Don't anger the veterans. Fold
And
it right.
reverse.
Go put this back on the pole.
It's backwards.
Go put it back on the flagpole.
I'll go
we
climb
get
the
in trouble.
flagpole.
Thanks, Benjamin Franklin.
Before we get in trouble, please take your time guitar.
Can't forget that.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Is there any
Enjoy
way we
your
can go back in time
adventures.
and not do that?
All right, you guys, let's jump.
I like the.
5 words
what-
would have been.
Are we
Okay,
binding too?
I know.
Is this-
Hop on my filthy bag. Woo!
He had that planned and almost forgot.
So he loved every second of it. Did you see his precious little face?
Yeah, it was
He
adorable.
was having a great
He's
time.
adorable. It's
It's a different person.
It is a totally different person.
All right.
FHP.
Okay, my 5 words. Let's jump in. 5 words.
5
rapid.
words.
Yeah. Okay, my 5 words. Super interesting, not my bag.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Morgan, do you want to?
Sure. Bad idea. Probably won't happen.
Okay. I will say space is the final frontier. Guys, I just came up with that.
You default to Star Trek
Space.
quotes
The final.
all the time.
Space is the final
No,
frontier.
you said
We'll be
first
like,
time.
Space is the
Yep.
final
You
frontier.
included in your 5 words the
just-
thing you're not supposed to do in any public
Space
speech.
is a final frontier. Frontier. Guys, I just came up with that.
All right, I'm gonna redo my 5 words.
Really
Yeah.
Hey, all right, you guys, thanks for watching
Thank
Morning
you so
Mouth
much.
Off. All right, you guys, thanks for watching Morning Mouth Off. I am Joe Beretta.
I am Lee Newton.
I am Elliot Morgan.
We will
Final frontier.
Final frontier.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye.